Can't say
Okay,
not.
we are officially live.
Yoo-hoo! We did it!
Okay, so if you can't tell, Crypt cannot make it this week, so I'm hijacking the stream to do the best of five between Eris and DominionDog, as well as Micro Machine and BenBot BC. So this is the start of our round of eight to this tournament. Um, so how are you doing? Are you stressed or not stressed? You had a hunt.
Yeah, no, I'm not stressed. Nope, not at all.
Is that like scribbled
Uh,
in there, like in a stressed manner? Is that a
Not
joke?
at all. Yeah, it's not a joke. I mean,
Awesome.
when you are here, you're putting no. It means that you are not stressed. So yeah, we are doing fine. Absolutely every day at the office today, hijacking another one's stream.
Yeah. And with all those mushrooms you're doing in the background, I'm sure that helps with the stress levels as well.
Well, behind is some flowers. I also hijack to my wife. So yeah, the background of my wife. So like, okay, let's do something little more manish. So I have these mushrooms.
Yeah. Well, my least favorite thing on StarCraft 2 ladder right now is the Smurfs. So if I do see any Smurfs in your background, I will be attacking them because it looks like that's their village.
Well, I cannot tell for sure, but yeah, it might be. Maybe I don't know how to say in English, but in Spanish is Papa Pitufo. So yeah, if
That sounds
that
better.
Smurf comes here, yeah, I will be very very scared as well. So yeah.
Means you're using too much of the product. All right, so this week we have Eris and Micro Machine, so the number one and number two bots on the ladder. And they both have a difficult matchup this week, placing the veterans of DominionDog and BenBot VC. Hopefully, I don't lose both my Java brothers in this tournament here.
Oh well, maybe you have no. It will be no. It cannot be more the full Java on the semifinals. I think there are three Java pods, so yeah, it won't be possible. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard for both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that Dominion Dog has been having a rough time on ladder, but now he fixed it. So and there are other maps what we have in ladder, so it's a total different story to what we're going to see tonight.
Yeah, brand new maps on ladder, which will be probably making it to the ProBots tournament, which will be starting right after this tournament. But for this tournament, we're still using the older maps, so you might recognize them from being a season old from BattleNet. Yeah, so I'm just bringing up the bracket here. So not much to show as of yet, as we've just starting the elimination bracket. I think we got top two matches are ones we're doing, game match one and match two.
Yeah, I mean, we will be having the two best of fives. And yeah, this can be very long. It can be a very long night, depending on how it goes. Because, especially with Eris and BenBot having taking their time to, play with the meal if things going well and so on.
Yeah, there's no beating BenBot BC in less than 10 minutes. So even if he gets slaughtered, it's going to take a little while to break through his defenses.
Totally agree.
But yeah, with BenBot being updated periodically and Micro Machine more or less being in its final state, someday BenBot is going to pass Micro Machine. It's just a question of when that day will be, and if it's today.
Maybe it's tonight, and well, tonight, depending on where we are in the world. But yeah, it might be tonight because we are getting closer and closer. And well, I wouldn't put my money on any of the bots because anything can happen. Yeah, history says that Micro Machine is the favorite. History says that long time no see. Long time no see. Updating the bot, so yeah, you can see anything. Updating the bot, so.
Okay. All right. I sorry, I muted the stream there for a second because I was getting some reverb. Apparently, one of my browser windows out of the background just decided to launch the stream randomly. I think we got that issue fixed. So Yeah, so let's take a look at our first spot here. So we're going to be watching Eris versus DominionDog. So Eris is the #1 seed on ladder, and previous second place spots in this tournament. It has ELO of 2,414, which is hundreds above second place, and a win rate of 88%, which actually for
Wow.
Eris is probably on the low side. He was flirting with like 94, 95, I think, at his highest peak, but 88 is still insanely high.
Yeah, totally insane. I mean, that's basically having the 2 losses or 3 every 20. So wow, amazing, amazing.
Yeah, did drop one map to Micro Machine last week. Actually losing game 1, putting a little bit of a scare into maybe Micro Machine taking the series, but Eris was able to come back and win the next 2 games. Right, so our second bot tonight will be DominionDog, ELO of 1991, which seeded him 8th, win rate of
Nice number.
48%, which is a lot of separated in divisions. That means he's like right middle of the pack of the top division with that win rate. And
Yeah, I mean we only have 50% now, apart from the very top of the first division and the very bottom of the last division. Good 50%. Yep.
So actually lost 2-0 to Xena in the first round, but he ended up qualifying for the round of 8, and Xena did not. So way to turn it around in the group stage.
Yeah, it was very difficult for DominionDog, but yeah, made the comeback. And well, let's see how it goes tonight. I mean, it has a really tough bone in here to bite, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah, so I'm all set to start. Are you ready to get going?
As ready as I can be.
Okay, let me just yeah, let's hop into the first game. So starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so spawning in the top right, we have the #1 bot on the ladder. It is the red Zerg Eris.
And in the bottom left, one of the other Terran Java monsters that we have, DominionDog.
All right. Game 1, here we go. Early drone going up for Eris, probably seems to be pathing towards a whole bunch of scouting of proxies, which is a good idea. When you are the top bot, you are more likely to be cheesed than probably any other bots on the ladder.
One of the things that we have with this tournament is that, well, not anymore, but at the beginning we didn't know who was going to be your next chocolate in your box. So yeah, I mean that scouting proxies that has Eris as default, it was meant to be here, but not anymore. I mean, I guess in that it's like prepare for everything. With DominionDog, you have to do it.
Yeah, DominionDog actually opening Command Center first, so taking a greedy approach to the matchup. So don't mind that at all. You gotta do something special to beat Eris, and being a little risky on your opener is one way to do it.
It was versus your bot that did 3 CCs before barracks on Probots.
I don't think I've seen that before, but
I think it was.
I
I think it was something so absolutely greedy that it was like amazing. If it works, and yeah, it worked.
yeah. And certain bots, you're pretty safe to do that against.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know Eris actually does have a really strong Ling Flood. He never uses it because he doesn't have to. But, yeah. If you don't wall off, Ling Floods kind of beat everything. So it's a scary thing to face.
Indeed. I mean, we were having some discussions on the Discord regarding the cheesy of the second division. And yeah, you have to earn your right to macro. And Link Floods, it's, oh my god, I'm having headache. So let's change the subject, please.
Well, we won't be seeing that here, as we already see a third hatch nearly complete out of Eris. And we got a couple barracks after the CC first coming out of DominionDog.
Okay, we have now a bunker about to be made, and there it goes. But nothing to be filled on. But I think it's Yeah, at least one Marine is going out.
Yeah. And it seems that Overlord on the pillar did catch sight of the CC first out of DominionDog, so that lets Eris know that it's very safe to throw in on that third hatch.
Yeah, but you cannot be very, as you said, Eris is very macro heavy. But if he sees that you're being greedy, I mean, you have to be really, really scared of the throwback that it can give you. So
Yeah. You can't really outgreed a Zerg too. No matter how greedy you are, if a Zerg knows it, he can just hold down that drone key and get way ahead economically.
I mean, well, let's not count your bot when you get to 10 minutes. I was laughing so hard when it's like, how many CCs is making Catrock? Oh,
Yeah.
I counted 10 one of the games. It was like CC per minute.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Eventually my bot gets to the Mass Raven stage, and when that happens, there's a whole lot of minerals coming in when it can't be spent, so just throw it in the command centers. That's something I wish I could do as a human player, is spend all my money, all my minerals, just throwing down command centers. I always end up banking a bunch of minerals pointlessly.
Okay, I'm going to make you play a game with me, and it's what is going to rush DominionDog with what we have in here. I'm seeing 2 barracks, 1 factory, and 1 starport. Researching Steam. What do you think it's going to be?
Well, probably Marine Marauder, right? So now the question is, what's the starport for? Is it to add in something weird like Banshees or just a Raven for detection? Or is he going to reactor out some medevacs, which I hope to see?
I will bet for Hellbats with medevacs and some Marines to for air. I don't know. I mean, so many surprises. I mean, there's so many time attacks that can have from the DominionDog that yeah, anything can be.
Yeah. So it is going to be a tech lab. That doesn't mean it's not going to be medevacs, as you always need that emergency Raven option. But yeah, it's going to start out with a Raven. Safe choice, like you said. There's a lot of cheese on the ladder, and detection's kind of king in the bot meta.
Well, he wants to go to a third base. Believe me that he's going to need that detection. I mean, look for every single expansion on the south side.
Yeah. The Zerglings are blocking all those bases. I like that Eris doesn't block the expansion right in the dead center of the position anymore. I'm not sure if that's like a fear of someone just guessing that the Zergling's in the center and trying to kill it with splash damage.
Who was the other day putting a YouTube? I think it was Samagom. How to basically kill the Starling with your own Hellions.
Yeah,
with a Scatin, it's like, well, that will work against my bot, but not against Eris. That's for sure. Yeah, it's random within all the points, but for sure it's not the Santa.
Well, he actually used 2 Hellions and had them just shoot each other and slowly move down through the command center area. So he was like basically vacuuming the whole area with the.
Yeah, I remember. That was for the drones, yes.
Yeah, he did that for the drones as well, but also for clearing expansions.
Amazing. I mean, yeah, it's amazing what comes into his mind from time to time. Yeah. Okay, 7 minutes almost in the game, and we still no action.
Yeah, I'd like to see a push out of DominionDog soon. Eris has already hit double the worker count, going up to 90 drones. And, obviously many bases, so it's a limited time where DominionDog can get some work done, but got Battlecruiser, a nice load of bio, and bring out some creep in the middle.
Well, now is the time. I mean, armies very close to each other in supply. Well, Eris has gone to 88 drones, so wow, amazing. So let's see if he starts to go out. Yeah, but, well, if he wants to clean creep, he's going to take his time to arrive. That's for sure.
Yeah, so just poking around with these Zerkins. It's actually really nice because he's getting a good idea of what composition he's up against and can adjust appropriately. I do like the Infestors. Against this much bio, Fungal is going to be quite strong.
Yes, Ancient, the dropper lord with queens in order to, push further the queen, the creep, because it's not enough just to be in 2/3 of the map. Wow.
So it looks like DominionDog's just going to play the slow game. So he's well behind economically, but if you can play defensive and take some good trades, then it's okay to be expanding slower than a Zerg.
I'm surprised with so much bio as we have and not a single medevac on... Ah, no, just one, sorry. One get out of the...
Yeah, it's a big engagement in the middle here. Yeah, some nice Fungals. There are Marauders versus Roaches, though, and there is detection, so this Marauder should do pretty well.
Yeah, that Fungal doesn't go very well against Marauders as well, but yeah, it detection, Roaches... Not a big combo for Eris. Nothing else shoots up, so that battle cruiser is going to have tons of places to be doing damage.
Yeah, Zergling's being a little hesitant on whether they want to engage the Marauders or not. Yeah, VCs are kind of going untouched, like you said. There's just a handful of Queens and Hydralisks, so nothing to really...
But Neuro has just finished Neuro research.
Yeah, now
so
like Corruptors too, so... Oh, he's even got Eris's patented Queen inside an Overlord, Dropper Lord, to like go spread creep and at an even more ridiculous rate.
Don't... Oh. Trying to see okay.
No
jump on the battle cruiser needed
as well, so those BCs unfortunately do have a pretty hard counter now.
We are not running out of Overlords for Overseers anytime soon so yeah.
So still a good lead for Eris, however, the 4th base has gotten up for DominionDog, so DominionDog has a solid economy himself. Let's see if he can turn that into something good. Kind of lack of gas, though. He's taking a 5th gas now.
Yeah, I mean, in resources we see that Eris has lost much more. I mean, as usually should go to Ser, but with 8 bases about to finish, well, it started just the 8. He can handle that. Especially having a little bank of gas.
Deadly Fungals there. That Fungal killed about 5 Marines on its own and set up another Fungal to kill about 4 more. Taking down that 3rd base of DominionDog is going to hamper his economy a lot too, because I imagine the first 2 bases are starting to dry up at this moment.
Yeah, that's... Seems that he's relying mostly on bio in order to play against Eris, so... Yeah, I mean, I'm missing those medevacs, but yeah, I mean... It's doing...
Yeah, medevacs are...
He needs to expand. He needs to expand sooner rather than later.
Fungal is even hitting me comparing SCVs. Doesn't make the repair slower, but does make it tougher for them to get to the command center there. And Hydra's wiping out the SCV count, and that should be the end of the 3rd base of DominionDog. And I imagine with that, that's probably going to be the end of the game as well. Still hanging on different fronts as the fight has been going on all sides here. But, I just don't think DominionDog's going to be able to replenish this army quick enough. Without these bases anymore.
What do you use as a Terran when you have mass Hydra? Like, we have 13 with this big number with 11 roaches as well.
Well, Hydras are kind of like glass cannons, so Stim Marines do really well against them, BCs even do really well. They don't have a lot of hit points, so Siege Tank Flash can do a lot against them. So the key is to keep something in front of the Hydras, you know, some roaches or zerglings. Let the Hydras stay in the back, just dish out the damage. As this bunker goes down, I believe I'm going to start speeding up this game, and we will call it a victory for Eris. Well played by both bots, as Eris is taking his 10th and 12th bases or whatever. 2 Ravens left with you know, trying to save the main base with a couple auto charts.
I'm not able to count so much on stream, sorry, guys.
Watch the final structures go down. Let's see if Eris can handle structures floating in the dead space.
Well, this is no. Well, you cannot neuroparasite a structure.
Looks like one mutant has arrived.
Okay. We will be able to do it sooner or later.
All right, GG. So well done by Eris. Well, he will be going up 1-0, but this is a best of 5, so plenty of opportunity for DominionDog to turn this around.
Yeah, I mean, you just need one build that demolish or basically surprise the other bot in order to do the total sweep back, I think it's called, right?
Reverse all kills?
Reverse sweep?
I can't
reverse
remember.
sweep?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know, yeah. we all know that basically it's 3-0. Yeah, it can happen if you find the good build. So
it reminds me
of,
I mean, there used to be like these tournaments or team tournaments that went on, and Tasia was on Team Liquid. And at the time, Team Liquid had a bunch of foreign players who were terrible, and then they had Tasia, who was like the best. So they faced like a Korean team, and the Korean team would just go up like 4-0 against Team Liquid, and then they'd bring in their ace of Tasia, and then Tasia would bring it back 5-4 victory. Just beat like everyone on the Korean team.
Good old times, good old times. Yeah, I cannot remember those, yeah.
All right, so I'm ready to hop into game 2 whenever you are.
I am ready.
Okay. Yep, that works. Okay, so we'll be on hardware here, and we'll start in 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, in the top right, we have the red Zerg yet again. It is Eris up 1-0. Let me set that.
Yep, nice one, yeah, by the way.
Nope. I'll get it. There we
go. Brilliant. Yeah, and in the bottom left, down 0-1, it's DominionDog.
Okay, so very similar map layout, I would say, and let's see if we get some different strategies coming our way. Although I do see a lack of gas and barracks, so a DominionDog, so I think you'll be opening command center first yet again.
Oof, kind of difficult to go with that to Eris, but anyway, I you know, DominionDog is one of the. It's not the same. I didn't click twice on the same replay, right? Yeah, I mean, this is the hardwire. So yeah.
Okay, you actually had me scared there that I was doing the same replay again. It's like, what map was that one on?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's a different one. I don't recall which one. I think it was Waterfall. It was Waterfall previously.
That just scared me.
No, it's hardwire.
Like that would.
Yeah, because you had the same build from the Eris. We have saying that is a hatch pull hatch, and yeah, we also have DominionDog going the CC first. So let's see if it has another trick on the sleeve, or just was going to scare us for repeating the same build over and over again.
I think there was opportunities there for DominionDog. There was a point where he had a large army, and Eris just jumped straight to like 90 drones, and I think there was enough of an army lead there that an attack would have possibly put DominionDog in the lead.
Yeah, I think if he wouldn't have gone there to the creep, basically clean the creep, and gone straight to hit with what he had,
Yeah.
it was a really good unit composition against a Roach Hydra. And there were like 2 or 3 Hydras. It's not that it was too much. But yeah, I mean, they decided to start cleaning creep and not the right call in that game. Let's see if it's something different from that.
Yeah, we'll see. So a couple of Zerglings popping out here, just searching around, double checking for proxies. Although he did open the map in many places, so Eris is pretty proxy proof at the moment, I think. Second Zergling coming in.
Yeah, I mean this is something that I started seeing with Benbot, but yeah, I mean if you want to be safe with a Terran, you have to check for the Maru proxies. So yeah.
So Eris Zergling did get into the main base, but did not spot any of the production. So don't get too much
Yeah,
info
so
there.
the
But
so
you can
the
use the drone either way. I think Burrow is such a strong weapon in the early game that just having the Burrow upgrade alone and the ability to make roaches is like, that's enough defense.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to go to the also to the speed links, but a couple of times I have thought if it was better to go borrow first. But yeah, it's very strong, very strong. If you are able to micro every unit.
Yeah. I do like that, how the meta is different in the bot world. You know, when you have infinite APM and the ability to, you know, micro every single unit at the same time, all of a sudden certain things become really strong and certain things become weaker.
Only in bot world, as I say.
And Burrow micro is definitely one of those things that becomes very, very strong.
Mhm. Did you check those two that I got into 2 Zergs with 0 and 1 victory that got in top of the ladder?
2 Zergs
That
with a 0 and 1 victory. I'm not sure what you're
yes, it
referring
was
to.
in Discord. In Discord, somebody was asking if we were aware of some bots going into BattleNet ladder. So of course, not aware that we cannot play on the human ladder,
Yeah,
and
our
and was
API is
asking
not
if we were
capable
there.
of that. You'd have to like do some screen scraping and yeah, I don't even know how you would implement that. But definitely not through our API. Our API is provided by Blizzard, so they definitely made sure that it had no ability to connect to Battle.net. Which is kind of too
Yeah.
bad. I mean, technically it can connect to Battle.net because they did it for Alpha Star. Probably took a lot of manual setup, but they can do it on their end somehow.
I don't recall the name of the. It's a person from the Alpha Star that is on Discord. And
Demo,
he
yeah.
told us that basically, yeah, it was open for them in those months when they were playing, you know, basically Master and Masters and so on. But then it was shut once they decided that they had enough, at least on the public. I think that is still working on Alpha Star, a little more private.
Yeah, I think each of their agents played 50 games on the ladder, which was enough to get them up to Grandmaster MMR.
Yeah. We have an overseer here. Basically, well,
Side note for my little claim to fame, the first person to beat Alpha Star on the ladder was actually a low diamond Terran player using my Master Raven build. So he was like
nice.
a... I never found out who it was, but he must have been a stream viewer. Because it was like literally identical to like every structure placement and everything.
Oh, nice. So
Alpha
yeah,
Star
I mean
doesn't know how to deal with Ravens. He never saw it in any pro replays, so he didn't know understand it.
yeah, you a little unique, I guess.
Can use parasitic bomb with flying structure? No, he can't do that. It'd be nice if you could like yank in structures with the Vipers though. You know what technique I never see anymore is, I guess people just did it for the means, but you could pull your own units with the Viper yoink. So people used to like pull Ultralisks into the opponent's main base. Just kind of ferry them up with the Vipers.
Yeah, somebody is asking in the chat if this is AI. Yeah, it's these are bots. So basically, it's programs that connect to StarCraft. They are not allowed to get into human ladder. So yeah, you are safe. You won't be able to meet our great macro with stupid decision making. And yeah, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, it's the truth.
Yes.
Can you please put the APM that we have, just to show what are we talking about?
Yeah, so current APM is about 20k for both bots at the moment, and that will probably raise about 10k more as they start to max out.
Well, we have now an engagement, so most likely it's going to happen now. So let's see how those roaches go. Oh, very good concave from Eris. See if... well, a lot of Marauders cannot reach the battle.
Yeah, and the Marauders are not being too smart. Some of them are just running forward and not shooting, so I'm not sure what that was about. Which is too bad, because the Marauders were key to really cutting through the roaches with that double damage they do to armored units.
Yeah, and the Ravens were out of the battle for some reason. The the roaches were basically burrowing and yeah, unsafe anymore from now. So it was pretty even fight, which is not very good news for DominionDog.
No, when you're this far behind economically, you definitely don't want to be taking even fights. You want to absolutely slaughter your opponent in cost efficiency and then slowly expand. Otherwise, just being this far behind is going to be trouble. And even expanding is going to be in trouble, because this is one purple map. Eris is doing a good job of crew spreading here.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the attack is mostly getting shoot away. The fourth base did go down in that process, and retaking it's going to be difficult, as there's still a creep tumor blocking it.
Yeah, I mean, then they are transitioning now to basically Nero Parasite in order to take care of that battle cruiser. And yeah, we have now Spire. Don't know why, because the Raptors won't be doing much in this composition. But yeah, well, we have it there, just in case that is needed.
Bro roaches heal so quickly.
I love these two Marauders. Ah, yeah, okay, they were waiting for the Raven.
Yeah, yeah.
In
So now DominionDog unfortunately does not have any minerals whatsoever, so even trying to take that base can be difficult. And unfortunately time is up for DominionDog as the next attack is coming in. Gigantic max army here, and this time with Fungals.
Fungals, oh my god, that's not going to be pretty. Ouch.
Yeah, that was a one-sided stomp. Battlecruiser even going down before it's able to teleport. And yeah, a couple Marauders is about all that's left.
OMG.
So this is what happens when you face the #1 bot in the ladder. He makes you look not so good.
I mean, it's looking very one-sided when DominionDog has been the top 4 more than once in Pro Bot, so it's not that we're talking about a bot done in 5 minutes. We are talking about tons of work in here, but yeah, I mean, if you play with Eris, that is like the rest.
Yep, so with that, I think I'm going to speed up this replay so we can get to game 3 a little bit quicker. As I think the comeback is out of the question, although there is an expansion base with 0 SCVs, soon to be 1.
Man, I mean, I think that 1 STV is not going to change much the result.
Yeah, I'd love to see DominionDog turn this into like a bio-timing attack. Forget the battle cruisers, get some medevacs, and then like really push out before you take your third. I think that'd be like a nice timing against Eris, who drones very heavily during that part of the game.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's doing great unit composition, but doing it slowly. Let's get there one at a time, and once he's about to whoa. eh. Okay, the Mita hero.
All right, GG.
So yeah, it takes its time in order to get there. So yeah, let's see how it goes in the next one. But let's hope that it doesn't pick the same time in attack because it's a little too late for Eris.
Yeah. So I'll just be loading up game number 3 here. So this one is going to be an elimination match. So DominionDog loses this one. It's only best of 5. It will be knocking him out of the tournament.
Yeah, Stargate's AI edition. As we tend to say, thanks to Scarlet for basically teaching us how to get into the not the latest balance patch, but before the last one. Hopefully, we will have a little time, somebody of us with enough brains to put together the latest patch. But yeah, I mean, we are doing almost there.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Scarlet, the StarCraft 2 pro player, is actually a coder herself. She made a couple bots that she put on the ladder, and she made these maps that allow us to mimic the current battle patch on StarCraft. We're one patch behind at the moment, but pretty close. Yeah, so that's all thanks to her.
So ready when you are.
Yep, just let me swap the scene here, and yeah, let's do this. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So spawning in the top left, we have the blue Terran DominionDog.
And in the top right, number 1 in ladder, and about to close the series if it wins this one, it's Eris.
All right, so kind of a different map here. We do have these pocket expands blocked by minerals and nice watchtower in between and double top spawn. So even just like the creep spread and the engagement angles are going to be a lot different than the last 2 maps, which can change things up. But unless we see either a greedier build or an earlier attack out of DominionDog, I suspect it's going to be a very similar result as the previous games. Just too strong of an economy out of Eris in these builds.
And I think he's going for CC, so looks like it's going to be the same build.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyway, if I think having the Ravens in the battle can totally change the picture of the result of the battle. So let's see if he has a little more luck on the engagement.
Yep, so Drone Scout is complete out of Eris, which means he'll be taking his 3rd base. I always thought this would possibly be a weakness of Eris taking 3 bases so quickly, but I've tried all in Eris, and he adjusts very rapidly and can actually survive even opening 3 hatch like this.
I mean, it's always well encouraging and discouraging as well to see about that add up so well, because it's like, how the heck he does it.
Yeah.
So
Speed mining probably comes into play. Bots are able to mine at a quicker rate. You might see the number of workers here rapidly changing and some extra micro going on here with the drones, and that's because they're actually removing the deceleration of the drones and allowing them to mine somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 to 10% faster.
well, we have to shout out again to Scarlett. Thanks to her, we have also that little knowledge
Yep.
that we can. I think it's 12% more the mining that we have out of that. Might not look much, but instead of having the 200 mineral stack, having 225 can mean it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we had the idea before, but it's Scarlet was the first bot to implement it. And she implemented it with a 4-gate bot, which is a scary combination. So you got this like perfectly crisp 4-gate because it was written by a pro player, combined it with extra minerals, and there was like was I think 16 stalkers showing up your base at like the 3-minute and 30 mark or something ridiculous. It was really hard to hold that 4-gate. I think Scarlet's bot went to like number 2 on the ladder, number 3 on the ladder when it first came out until people adjusted.
Yeah, it was well very hard to handle though. I think it was like 20 seconds earlier or something like that before any other 4-gate proxy. So yeah, kudos
Yeah,
to Scarlet.
this is a tournament, Phosphado, but I don't think we have a Liquipedia entry. Probots, the other tournament, does do Liquipedia entries. But just to show it up for a second, as we're kind of not in much action here. I'm going to bring up the bracket quickly. Oh, I shouldn't have promised this. All right, so there's our final 8. We already had a group stage, and these are the final 8. So right now we're watching Eris and DominionDog, Eris being the number 1 bots on the ladder. And let's get set up again. Okay.
We did it, yoo-hoo!
So we do have a layer on the way out of Eris. Kind of interesting that he built the layer at the natural base this time. He was building it at the 3rd before. Not sure how he chooses which hatchery to build it at. I do
well,
like
at the moment,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not seeing the Eris removing those minerals on the basically the pocket base. So wonder if she is going to do it. Yep.
Yeah, I think Eris is capable of clearing it out and expanding there. I'm not sure what instigates the decision to do that, but it does happen. My bot is not capable of that. I know that much. My bot will distance mine this space, the minerals at least, but it'll never actually expand there. I taught it the concept of pocket bases, but I didn't teach it how to clear minerals out of a blocked expansion base.
Well, you have to basically go. This is the first map that we have like this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So taking the time basically for just one map that well, I have I have 90 more problems that expanding in a pocket. Let's say.
It's got to be a really close game for that to make a difference, because you got to solid 5 expansions on your side of the map, so it's got to go to the late game for that to make a big difference.
Well, it's really hard for Micro Machine because it's hard coded to go there and spam there, and but yeah, I mean I avoided that in my bot. I guess the same as you did, saying like, okay, this is supposed to be expansion number 1, but let's put it -1 instead. So yeah, it's made the deal for me. So even if I clean those patches, it's not going to expand to there, even if goes his life against it. So yeah.
So Rasper's in the chat, who's one of the authors of Eris, and he says Eris is incapable of clearing this base. But I swear I've seen Eris expand here, so I think at some point Eris might start distance mining with its leftover drones, accidentally clear this base, and then it'll expand there. So we might see it at like the 40-minute mark or something. I think, unless I'm remembering a different bot, I swear I've seen Eris expand to that base before.
Well, you have to have to survive, okay? So let's see if we see it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to the 40-minute mark with how dominant Eris has been in game 1 and game 2, but well, Battlecruisers can't kill changelings, but Marines can.
Well, very mundane task for just a battlecruiser. I know I have already said this before, but how the hell do you neuroparasite a spaceship out of the out of the orbit from the infestor, please?
Yeah, the tongue goes through the airlock and then grabs the controls on the bridge. Slaps the captain's hand out of the way.
Yeah, let's say that the military are not... they don't break the chain of command very easily.
Like when Carbot did the cinematic for the... what was it? The Heart of the Storm trailer? It had, the Heart of the Storm trailer has a battlecruiser crashing into a planet, And in his trailer, he had like the tongue stick out from the neural parasite and pull the battlecruiser into the planet.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a Viper. I'm not sure. It was one of those units that yoinked it into the planet.
Yeah, Carbot is amazing. I love it.
All right, it's a big push out here coming from Eris. There should be plenty of army for DominionDog to deal with it. The question is what happens after he loses this portion of his army. And it's already pre-simmed a little bit here.
Okay, it's a split. So maybe... and the Ravens are there, so there's no way of those roaches to burrow.
Yeah, better fight than last game. The Marauders weren't doing anything crazy. The detection was there to kill the burrowed roaches.
Yeah, I think it has gone pretty well. I mean, I haven't seen the supply for the army going down by a lot. So, well, we may have a game here.
We may. My dog is going crazy at the moment. I hope my dog's not picking it up.
Well, the good thing is that the creep is not going all the way to the 4th and 5th as we tend to be. I mean, yes, we have a Starling there, and who has killed a Helium. Okay, let's see what happens in this game, man.
Yeah, the 4th and 5th base are much further away from the starting points of the Zerg this time, given the map layouts, but yeah, a little push coming out of here, DominionDog, which is nice. Battlecruisers are being covered by the bio. Makes these Corruptors a little tentative.
Okay, one Corruptor down. 4 to go.
And kind of only one medevac here, and the medevac died, and these are some heavily overstimmed bio.
Yeah. Some medevacs will make the deal totally. I think that it's not so bad. Ouch. Yeah. The battle cruiser survived at least. 2 of them, but not the 3rd one. That was too much.
Okay, so Eris found a new way to block the 5th base. He's blocking with his own hatchery.
Yep, it's a way of handling it, yep.
Little fungal on the SCVs. You're gonna hamper their ability to repair, although the planetary is doing a lot of work here.
Yeah. Basically, the planetary is the least priority of this army. It's like Marauders, STVs, anything better than the planetary. Okay, and we have now the commander of the battle cruiser. Let's see. Oh, twice. So not able to escape.
The beginning of the end here. Yeah, I've noticed like how ineffective planetary repair is in the bot meta. Because bots can just like individually focus fire down all your SCVs, and it's like, oh, they repaired for like 3 seconds, and now I have 15 missing SCVs all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we have our pros, our cons, and yeah, basically being able to go unit per unit, it's a pro. Yeah.
Whereas for a human, you send a bunch of Zerglings into a mineral line. It's very difficult to focus the SCVs instead of attacking the planetary, which is higher threat priority. DominionDog actually hanging on still. I'm actually surprised he's still in this game. He even threatened the 5th base for like a very short moment. I just getting blasted by this planetary fortress.
I think having more medevacs would have been totally different story, but yeah, not able to stem your army. The first engagement was like brilliant. I mean, the almost no losses from the DominionDog, but the second one has been so deadly that yeah, I think it's just a matter of time till the series is gone. I'm sorry.
And it's not even like DominionDog overstims. Like, he's pretty smart about, he doesn't like stim everything every time he sees an enemy unit. He's very selective on when he stims, but still, yeah, just that lack of medevac healing means it just adds up over time.
Yeah, not the full army, so you can see that it's only stimming the little part of the army. So if you have for roaches, it will be just for marauders, the ones that are steam. The other ones will basically there just to help, let's say. But I mean, it's not decision making on the steam or not, but I think the lack of healing.
Just soaking it in right now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and speed up this game and call a victory, 3-0 victory for Eris. Actually, let's just give him 3 while we're here. There we go. And yeah, congratulations to Eris, and well played DominionDog, once again qualifying pretty deep into the tournament. But your showing will come to an end. Eris will move on and face the winner of our next matchup, which will be Micro Machine versus Bembot BC.
Yep, exactly.
A little bit easier to kill the floating structures this time. They don't have a good dead space to hide in anymore.
Well, we have also two more resources, more supply there. So hero muta can be there in case that it takes its time, but no, I don't think it will be happening. Congratulations, Eris, first one in the semi-final, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So Python bot.
Number 1 seed on the ladder, first seed after the group stage, and first one to make it to the round of 4.
Yeah, I mean, little surprises there, but yeah, I mean, sometimes it happens. So, yeah, but let's go to the next contender, right?
Yeah, let's. Sorry, slowing up the replay. Let's bring up the bracket again.
Yep.
Where is that? Okay. All right. So next up we have Benbot BC. So he is 2088, and that was 5th seed. And he lost to Kenny Nana in round 1, but was able to qualify by 2-0ing both Smooth Brain and Octopus version 3.
I mean, Kenny Nana was a really strong contender. But yeah, anyway, even if after the first defeat was able to get back, and well, in the quarterfinals, not an easy one as we're going to have, but well, it's a very strong bot. Starting from the typical less bunker, you're natural, and let's see how you manage that. In the meanwhile, being greedy and well, basically doing a very balanced composition.
He's a steady rock both in the bot scene and on his defenses. He's a tough nut to crack. He really sets up planetaries, bunkers, widow mines, siege tanks, liberators, you name it. It's hard to break through that line. And
yeah, when you're looking, sorry, go. I mean, if you're going to look for proxies, yeah, I mean, this one is one of the ones that you may find the proxy, but even it's so, you won't be able to defend.
Yep. I see a question: are these AI bots able to be pro gamers? And I would say no. They're probably around diamond level, although we did have our best Protoss bot actually beat Hearthstone's Protoss, so that was pretty cool.
Totally.
Yeah. These bots, they're kind of like a mix of a Bronze League player and a better than a pro player. So depending on what aspect of the game you're talking about. So micro, super strong, decision making, dumb as bricks. Yeah. So Benbot's opponent will be Micro Machine. He finished number 2 on the ladder, champion of many tournaments. And I think he's won this tournament like 7 times. ELO of
I think it has been everything but 2. So yeah, I mean, many times, maybe more than 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, second seed. I mean, what can we say that hasn't been said already of Micro Machine? It was the bot to beat for years. So even if after, I will say, year and a half without Raf not putting anything on it, is still number 2 on ladder. So yeah, I mean, really strong. And as we were saying in the previous, it's going to be a really surprise in the game, because This one may not be updated, but Benbot, I can tell you that for a fact that Bluesier is working very hard on Benbot all the time.
Mm-hmm. How's the voice level for Yada Hunts now, chat? I lowered it a
Oh,
little bit. I think you're more on the loud side. I think I fixed it.
sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's I'm the production guy this week with Crip being away, so okay, all good, sweet.
Sorry for your ears.
Yeah, so I guess we're kind of just ready to hop into the game.
Yep, I am ready for sure. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it. So, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Spawning in the top right, we have the Red Terran. It is BenBot BC saying good luck.
And have fun for sure. And in the bottom left, it's Master of Masters, Champion of Champions, Micro Machine.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like both of them are probably going to be opening with a macro build. I did see Micro Machine say is choosing early expand. He might be doing his patented in-base expansion, which is kind of like the safe version of expanding quickly. However, BenBot BC is throwing down his proxy barracks. And I believe he even cut workers to do so, as that barracks seems quite fast. Yeah, he's on pace with Micro Machine's barracks, despite the fact that he had to travel across the map, so... Sacrificing a touch of income to do so. And actually a second barracks at home. Okay, interesting. A little more committed.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, you do it right? So, yeah, I mean, let's see how it goes. It will be Reaper first out of Micro Machine, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Flying Taco, I know you're not a fan of like things being too noisy, but you're going to be hearing something too noisy in about a moment. As this is a base that has 2 gas geysers next to each other, so we're going to be seeing a little trick out of Micro Machine that is really cool and really annoyingly loud in replays. Meanwhile, BenBot BC is setting up a bunker to set up a little containment here on Micro Machine. I do like that. Meanwhile, at home is actually throwing down a third barracks. Interesting. Is this? I haven't really looked at what BenBot does on the other side of the map when he does these contains, but this feels like he's turning it a little bit more all in than usual.
Mm-hmm.
No gas yet. Yeah.
That's something that it has been said about BenBot before. That yeah, I mean, you are going basically for oh my god, blocking the natural, but you are not putting enough in order to block it. So this is not the case with 3 barracks.
Yep. So Reaper. Okay. Yeah.
Let's hope that the Reaper can be stopped.
Yeah, so Reaper made it out, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, because that leaves these Marines unchecked. There's not even a wall in place. And one SCV is already down. Meanwhile, Reaper on the other side of the map is actually getting intercepted by Marines, so he's not doing much of anything.
Ooh, this... I mean, if it was another bot, I will say GG. But, I mean, with Micro Machine, anything can happen.
Yeah.
But it's very tough, we have to say it.
We've seen Micro Machine come back from 0 workers before. Not in the tournaments, but on our little streamcast that we haven't done for a long time. Speaking of the noise, this is the little gas mining trick that comes out of Micro Machine. But more importantly, this is a command center that is probably going to die unless these Marines get distracted.
Yeah, I mean, this is the moment when you should go up the ramp or try to kill the SSC. This is one of the things I never know as the very bad Terran player myself.
The safe choice is to kill the command center, because that guarantees you'll be ahead. But you might lose the opportunity to win the game right there. So it's a feel thing. If you try to go for the kill and then it fails, and then you still has that command center, all of a sudden you've just lost any lead you could possibly have. Yeah, so these Marines are all on top of the SCVs, and these SCVs are committing suicide. Factory was done in time, but still no units producing. In fact, he's supply blocked. No, he's not supply blocked.
Not anymore.
Yeah. One tank will make it out, but it'll not after all the SCVs have died. The Reaper is doing a little bit of work on the other side, up to 4 worker kills. But yeah, actually, SCV repair, a little cute way of denying these Reaper kills as the Reaper's DPS is very low.
Oof.
Alright, can one tank beat 25 Marines? We're gonna find out. Oh, he seizes it up.
Nope.
I thought with the micro, you might be able to kill 2 or 3 of them, but
Nope. Yeah. Oh my god. So I think this one is brand new. I don't remember Benbot being so aggressive.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a record of Benbot killing any bot at all in a stream.
yeah, this quickly
Usually
at least.
we go
Yeah.
15 minutes, no matter what happens.
Yeah. And in fact, I don't like. I'm sure he's done it before, but I've never seen Benbot beat Micro Machine. He's just been one of those bots. He's one of those top bots he's never been able to crack. And it looks like he found like a nice little cheesy option to do it here. There are 2 Reapers on the field though, and if he weren't going to be eliminated, these Reapers actually might have been slowly in trouble because you know Marines can't really chase down Micro Machine Reapers, which are microed quite well. But fortunately, I think this is going to be an elimination victory. It doesn't matter how many worker kills these Reapers get. And yeah. So far, so good. The upset has started. 1-0 for Benbot BC.
He actually did it. Let's see how it goes the next one. But wow, I mean, because Micro Machine builds can be very different one of each other, and the same build, well, will simply won't work with the standard. But let's see. So kudos to to Blosier and Benbot.
Yep. And I was dumb enough to close my folder that had the replays in it. Okay, here we go. As I get loaded up.
I'm not envious of your desktop right now. For sure, it has
Yeah,
like 40 windows or.
I'm glad I got 2 monitors for this. Yeah, this little ad hoc setup for the this 1 week of. What do you even call this tournament? The Sc2AI tournament? Does this have an official name like ProBots?
I think it's the author tournament. I mean, we need a crypt to say it, but well, as we don't tend to have many wikis with the results, the brackets, and so on. I always forget from the next time. So, and I think we are more than 10 editions already. So,
yeah. So I'm all set for game 2. Are you ready to go?
I am ready.
Okay, let's do it. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So surprisingly up 1-0. Congratulations, Benbot. It is the Red Terran, Benbot BC.
Micro Machine, who it is in the very bad spot, it's in the worst map for him.
Oh yeah, we did see him bug out on this map before. Yeah.
Sorry for spoiling the intro, but oh my god, couldn't be worse map for the second one after losing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Let's see.
I did see in chat, however, that he did select a different build this time, though. He says standard build instead of early expand, so I guess that means he's probably going to take an earlier gas and a later expansion, which is probably what you want to do if you're going to be getting cheesed by a bunch of barracks again, which could be the case here.
Yeah, I mean, the standard goes with Reaper as soon as possible, and then I don't know if he usually does a second Reaper, but also goes for a quick Cyclone. So, but anyway, all this may change because I mean it's the strongest build in Micro Machine, in my opinion, and having this map with just in case that. You don't know where. Yes, what we were talking about the minerals. Yeah, the problem here is that he doesn't try to mine them, but he tries to expand in there, as is the closest expansion in the sequence for Micro Machine.
Yeah, so Micro Machine gets a little messed up on this map. He thinks that this is his natural base, and he doesn't understand that it's blocked by minerals. So, one of these like edge case maps, and with this not existing back when the author was still active, he's going to have trouble here. But he did open with 2 gas geyers, so I don't even think he's planning to expand anytime soon. First Reaper's out, he's able to make the second right away, and the factory's already on the way as well. And a complete wall, so Marines won't be able to like get in deep this time and delay the factory.
And also not having that CC, which was totally unprotected, so... I mean, it's going that Reaper is saying like, I don't care about those Marines. I just want the UC STVs for myself.
Yeah, I don't mind that choice. You can interrupt the mining here on the other side of the map, and hopefully this first factory unit can save him at home. As the Marines are about to break in. One depot does go down there.
Ouch.
But backup depot in the back of the base and the starport. Hellion.
Not
Could be okay if it wants to attack. It might not want to though.
yeah, but without the Marines to wall the to protect the Hellion, well, we have STVs.
Yeah, SCV is fighting with the Hellion. I like that.
Oh my god. Are we about to see an upset in here?
Yeah, again, SCV's fighting with the Marine pops out. I don't know. He's holding it for now. I know he's losing workers, but Benbot's losing workers on the other side. This Reaper is up to 6 kills. Now there's 2 Hellions.
What I do like from the Micro Machines position is that those Hellions are not dying. Which is great when you are being flooded by Marines, as we're having one at a time. And this basically don't care about the bunker, so yeah, I mean, yeah, you have it there. You don't have any Marines, and I'm killing your SCVs one by one, so in the other side of the map. So, what will go first?
So, definite worker lead for Micro Machine, or for Benbots. Kind of maintaining that full one base economy, where Micro Machine is not. However, I think Hellions with SCVs should do fairly well because of the repair, right?
The problem is that he's not moving. He's trying to basically look for the good, I think, line in order to do the air damage.
Yeah, I think the line attack was just coincidence, but yeah, he kind of stays back until he thinks he can win the fight or something along those lines. Tech Lab will be going down, but there was no siege tanks being built anyways, so
We have the Marines keeping all the life bars down.
one Hellion does go down.
Ouch.
Yeah,
In the meanwhile, in the other side, we have that Reaper with 11 kills. So yeah, I think that's basically what is having the Micro Machine up by the moment.
Yeah, just not enough mining out of Micro Machine though. He can't afford to be producing Marines and Hellions. And his build order is kind of kicking in and already building Cloak for his non-existent Banshees, which is not the best spending of money.
Oh my god. Yeah, tends to. I mean, well, if we have we don't have enough minerals in order to have a Banshee. That will be the end of the story, almost for sure.
Reaper's actually killing all the reinforcing Marines. That could be trouble. If Eris goes down, I don't mind that because he can't afford producing Marines. Oh, where'd all the SCVs go? I'm just realizing that now.
That's the big deal. Oh, and the tech lab, it's down, so yeah, that dream is over.
Yeah. If Benbat had denied the Cloak, it actually would have been a good thing for Micro Machine, I think. Refund that money.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, it really hurts me because my bot also does the same thing. It's like, come on, just a move, you have it. But it's not. We have the Hellions trying to basically not to engage, and then is when basically you do almost no damage than if you suicide them. So
Yeah.
that's a hero war that Reaper on the left side, but yeah, unfortunately, if he had two like that, it would have been total different story.
Yeah, Benbot even affording to expand at this point. That Reaper is up to 25 kills, but yeah, fast forwarding through this at this point. Congratulations to Benbot going up 2-0, and now it will be match points going into game 3.
Wow. I mean, not surprised at all. After all, Bembo PC is a great bot. But even so, it's still a surprise. Let's be honest. So
Yeah.
will he make it?
I mean,
I
a
mean
day will
that's a
come
problem.
where Benbot will be able to beat him in a macro game as well. But it is nice that he
Hmm.
found a glitch in or a hole in Micro Machine's defenses, because Micro Machine was the number one bot for so many years
Hmm.
that everyone tried to cheese him in tournaments. So no bot is more cheese proof than Micro Machine. You almost
Yep.
would think that there's no cheeses left that could work versus that bot, but yeah, he's found a way. And it's
Yeah, I
just
mean, but
frankly just walking Marines into the base is the answer. Who would have thought?
not me, not me. I can tell you. I mean, I mean, I cannot see him doing it three on a row. I mean, let's see what build he takes, but I will guess that it will be proximal orders next. So let's see if he can handle like less proxy each other. But yeah, I mean, about to have the surprise.
Yeah. So if you're ready, I think we can just hop right into the game.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So spawning in the bottom left, up 2-0 on match point. It is the Red Terran Benbot BC.
And in the top right, well, he has been against the ropes many times, but can he make it one more? It's Micro Machine.
Yeah, so
Well,
you guessed the right strategy. It is Proxy Marauder coming out of Micro Machine this time. So they're both
well,
going to be proxying each other. I'm not sure how that will pan out, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Assuming it's the same
well,
thing out of Benbot, who knows?
it was not going to be Worker Ras, I can tell you.
Benbot just building his barracks right in front of Micro Machine. Like, literally right at the bottom of his ramp. It does get spotted. Now, is there a
Yeah,
reaction built into Micro Machine? Maybe not with the Proxy Marauder build. Yeah, not
I don't
pulling
think
workers
that
or anything.
proxy versus proxy, strangers in the night. Let's see who,
Yeah.
what if who proxy is best.
Like, I didn't mind
Yeah.
the Reaper counterattack, but I feel just Marauders just aren't good versus Marines. They don't
Yeah, I
repair,
mean,
they don't auto repair, they're just gonna slowly die. I mean, like, Marauder can beat maybe 2 Marines, but then after that, it's kind of dead.
yeah, but he does really good. I mean, not going to lie anybody saying that uh, I really enjoy watching Maru play, and one of the things that he can do, like play like Maru, is like, okay, I'm proxying, like everybody else is proxying, but only him is able to say like, okay, enough, I'm going back and continue with my macro, and that's something that Micro Machine does excellent as well. Uh, oh,
Yeah, grabbing a few SCV kills here at the ramp as Micro Machine attempts to complete that
well,
supply depot. Marauder's actually getting out, and they might even start working on this bunker, which does not have any Marines inside at the moment. Probably going to lose that SCV, especially if Concussive Shell finishes in time.
well, the STV went back, and I think that usually they made two barracks. Anyway, let's see.
Okay, so the range advantage of Marauders with the slow of Concussive Shell actually can possibly add up to some free damage here. Though not really abusing that range advantage.
Yeah, not much at all.
Okay, so it looks like Benbot's giving up on that, going back home, even on the other side of the map, which I've been completely ignoring. There has been a Proxy Marauders there as well. If we bring up the units lost, we can see there's 2 Marauders have gone down and 4 SCVs, but 7 Marines and an SCV for Benbot dying as well. This is pretty even at the moment.
Well, this is the moment when we will be loving having another camera so we can see both sides of the map. But not the case. So, yeah, I mean, how many Marauders? We have 4 against 2 Marines? No, we have 2 more in the bunker.
So in the bot API, they don't know when the bunker's empty, so one Marauder is actually stuck here, afraid of the bunker. And then there's a real bunker on the other side, full of Marines, which those Marauders are rightfully scared of.
Oh,
Stepping forward is not the best idea. Although just some SCVs randomly trying to repair that barracks, and that means 3 SCVs are going to be dying.
You don't want to be a worker there. I mean, you don't take a drill into a gunfight, right?
Yeah. So the earlier expansion of Benbot will pay off if this bunker is enough to hold, but Marauders keep adding up. Still
well,
building.
Marines as well.
Yeah.
Were we complaining about the bunker down with Micro Machine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Third barracks on the way now for Micro Machines. He's going to probably sail in a Hinge Bay, interestingly. Probably some detection trigger in the bot that happens at a certain point in the game. It's like, oh, this is the point where I need to start worrying about Banshees. It's like, yeah. This is not going to be any Banshees this game. It's not anytime soon.
Not at all. Micro Machine has already expanded. I mean, the Benbot has done it as well after that bunker. Has an extra SCV somewhere in the map.
I think these SCVs trying to build out more bunkers. They can't because of the.
Yeah, the Marines say.
A lot of Marines going down here. So now there's enough Marauders to actually cut through the bunker if he wants to try.
Well, if we have a medevac in here, I'm sorry to repeat myself, but this is going to be GG. Because we have more than one Marauder per SCV, so per Marine, so the numbers are not being very nice with Benbot in this game.
Yeah, so many Marines dying. That perfect concave and range of the Marauders. The Marines die before they even get in range.
So yeah, I mean, it's like you're trying to cheese me. Haha. Hold my beer.
But the question is, will Micro Machine be permanently afraid of this bunker? Because if that's the case, he'll get a lot of Marine kills, which is nice. But he's going to need to transition to something else. And with Factory on the way and an expansion, he's already thought that far ahead.
What is he building now? His Marines, so yeah, and combat shields. No, that's Benbot, sorry. You know, all the tenants look the same to me.
Yeah, it's actually Stim is actually almost complete for Micro Machine now.
Okay, that Reaper made a great scout. Was able to basically see all the gas that was mine, and I don't know if he was able to see all the barracks. No.
Yeah. The fact that we're seeing Marines and Reapers means there's been a transition out of the Mass Marauder portion of this build.
We have a tank out of Micro Machine, so yeah. I mean, he has I'm doing the famous bunker micro. Ouch. My ears. Somebody is want to see here the APM. Can you please share, Petro?
Absolutely, we got 26,000 APM out of Micro Machine. Benbot with so few units is only at 6,000. So completing
Mighty
Stim
Joe.
has actually been deadly to Micro Machine, as he's now stimmed all of his bio to death. They're all sitting on under 10 hit points now.
Yeah, it's a very hard decision point, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, but to be honest, I do even worse than ladder. I steam my steam much Marine, so
Yeah.
not the best run ever.
If you're making a new Terran bot, I'd suggest prioritizing Combat Shield over Stim. Very strong upgrade, and there's no decision making involved with Combat Shield. Stim, you gotta know exactly what you're doing, like for every scenario, when to stim and when not to. Otherwise, it could be more of a detriment than a help.
Well, drugs are bad kids.
Alright, so Proxy Barracks will be going down for Micro Machine, but Micro Machine's going up to his 4th base at the moment. Siege tanks are on the way. Starports are complete. Yeah. Full transition has happened.
I'm very surprised that the supplies are so close, because I would have said that Micro Machine was more macro focus in that contain than Bembot, and Bembot lost more Marines.
Yeah, Benbot killed more workers, he expanded first, but he also lost 61 Marines, so... last of the Marauders just got gunned down, I think, but now the mech part of this push has arrived, as we now have a siege tanks, 2 siege tanks and Cyclone.
Well, tank has arrived. The cancels, cancel, go, cancel. Oh my god! I mean, yeah, I'm feeling the like if I'm looking my bot, but with much better army. I have that jiggle of like I try to commit. No, I'm not. Yeah, go. No, yeah.
Plenty of production now for Micro Machine.
Wow,
Lots of these
5 bases.
double gas maps, so he's doing that bunker mining everywhere now.
Well, just in case that you're not aware, with that bunker mining, what Micro Machine is able to do is make a full 3 STB gas mining only using 2, because that's basically a time that it takes from the refinery into the base. So that's basically out of the equation, so you save a couple of STBs out of that.
Yeah, I think he uses 4 workers that mine the equivalent of 6, or very close to the equivalent of 6. And then tones that down when he doesn't need as much gas.
Of course, you know, you're not wasting minerals in a bunker that you're not using.
Yeah. Plus, on top of that, it scares opponent bots, because they, it's like, it's a bunker. I shouldn't attack here, not knowing that there's only SCVs in the area.
Oh, those Marines also are steaming.
Like a nice volley from the tank there. Yeah, it's hard to crack Benbot. He's like heavily fortified here, multiple bunkers, siege tanks, SCV repair, widow mines. Then in other bases he has planetaries and siege tanks.
Well, but I love it that he's going full BC in this build. I mean, the last games I was missing that part of this bot. Oh no, sorry, it's Mike. Oh my god, Micro Machine is the one that's going. Oh,
not the one with BC in its own name, but the other one. Fusion core on both sides though, so we could be seeing BC on BC fights happening.
Okay, you have to trust me. I'm not caught on blind, okay?
But a nice little containment here for Micro Machine. Wandering a little forward there with the siege tank. Not sure about that one. As he sends it back home to get repaired. But what's happening in the background is Micro Machine is taking literally all the bases, and with orbitals, so he's gonna have money for days. Where Benbot's gonna be struggling on just his 4 bases.
Yeah, resources loss is not so bad. Well, it's even on Micro Machine favor. So yeah, life is good when you have Bastilian bases more than your enemy, and you're also making better deals in each battle.
Yeah, he even got a siege position on this planetary, so that's gonna be trouble for Benbot.
Yeah, I mean, also having that Viking on range is not losing sight on the planetary, so.
I think the missile turrets went down for Benbot, so slowly breaking into this front line of Benbot BC. Still 2 widow mines, 2 full bunkers, and a planetary or siege tank there.
One of the things that I really cannot do with my bot, and is the reason why I stick on there, is that I cannot hold the horses till I have enough in order to like, now let's go. But yeah, I mean, those 2 can hold the position for ages, and they are very patient in order to defend and attack. So
Yeah. The one not patient unit I say is Benbot's Marines, though. They're very happy to run forward and die. Let's see what the Marine death count is at. 171 Marines have died this game from Benbot. And that's going to add up on your economy. Especially when you can't mine in your third, which just actually fell. Benbot did sneak up an alternate base, but his economy's very low, and that is a lot of tanks and a lot of BCs. I don't imagine even Benbot, I don't think is going to be able to live long.
Well, Micro Machine was trying to expand in the 9 o'clock base, so that one is not going to be up for much time, I think. And now at 5 p.m., 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, siege tanks and BCs picking up some repairing SCVs. Going down quickly, and then meanwhile at 9 o'clock, even a couple Marines making quick work of these SCVs there.
Are we to start to see the back sweep, or this will be a really big surprise if Pembot can recover out of this. I mean,
yeah, he's actually fallen apart. Both of his expansion bases and his front line got broke, so I think I'm going to speed it up at this point and call this a victory for Micro Machine. Staying alive, making it 2-1. I wonder if Benbot will stick with what works, or now that he's lost, will do a different strategy.
Well, let's see. I mean, anything can happen. That seems very can be used for any bot, but tends to have this bullet Micro Machines initials on it.
Yeah. So, our first not sweep today. I guess we're not doing that many series today. There's only 2 series. There's 2 best of 5s. But, yeah.
Yeah, it's a short night.
It's going to be interesting now. Now it's anyone's match.
I mean, this one can be really... It's a very even fight of these bots. So like, the question now is if it will be let's try to proxy each other again, and also if the story repeats, because the maps they make a total different situation on the same build.
Yeah, I mean, this will be interesting. Yes, I can't be on Stargazers again, so we don't have to worry about that map for Micro Machine. But
well, I have seen a couple of mistakes from our side. You know, we are humans, but no, I don't think this is the time that is going to happen.
And set to go for game 3 or game 4 now. Game 4, if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Spawning in the bottom right, we have the red Terran Benbot BC still trying to close it out.
We'll be able to even them the game for itself. It's Micro Machine on the top left.
Yeah, Micro Machine. So once again, sticking with Proxy Marauders. You know, it worked last game. Why not try it again?
Can you please change the scene, the Catrock?
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. I was saying like, my lovely face is on the stream for a little longer than I wanted.
Hit the wrong key there. I've almost hit the stop streaming button like 5 times. Every time I go to switch scenes, my finger goes to that button. So at least I haven't done that yet.
Okay, so yeah, top left Micro Machine, bottom right Benbot, just in case. You're a short memory as I am.
And it looks like we're going to see a replication of last game. So Benbot, you know, he's got his one little cheesy build that he found works versus Micro Machines. He's got to stick with it, and I approve of that decision. Trying to play straight up versus Micro Machine is kind of signing your own death warrant. So one
you only find one. Yeah. You only find one cheese that works with the Micro Machine, not 2 in a row. Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah. Micro Machine is aware of that proxy, so let's see if I mean, he was also in the last game, so let's see how he reacts on that one.
Cannot see the bunker as of yet, however. But yeah, first Marauder starts from home for Micro Machine as the first Marine is already on the way. So last time this Marine was able to pick up a couple SCV kills at the top of the ramp. Let's see if he can replicate that sort of damage.
Yeah, even Steven seems to be the same story.
Oh, will he get the second one? Yes, because the Marauder popped on the wrong side. Okay.
Cancel offensive. Okay, in the meanwhile, in the other side of the map, it's about to be the first Marauder. Well, not, it's half of it, so... But we have two already defending, so... and yeah, well, those... slow bullets, contested, whatever. I'm not going to try again. I've done so, yeah. It's... those Marauders are even heavier than any other.
Yeah, and getting us some extra shots versus the Marines. Once again, those concussive shells are allowing him to stay out of Marine range sometimes.
But look, I mean, the Marines are retreating, and that's not something that happened, so...
Okay, the pocket bases are still messing with Micro Machine. He thinks he's found the natural base of, or the main base of Benbot in the corner here. So I don't think he's going to be able to push into the main base or something. Now the Marauders, oh boy. There's some interestingly poor mechanics coming out of the Marauders here, sometimes.
Oh, come on.
But a lot more Marauders coming to join at the front, so this will be interesting. There will be 5, as well as a 6 hidden Marauder in the back, I guess, preventing the pocket expand from being taken.
So yeah, I mean, we have oh, the barracks is coming back.
Yeah, and this time the barracks isn't injured, so SCVs aren't going to run out and try to repair it and die to the Marauders. It's a nice little bonus for Benbot.
Indeed. I mean, it was a very good chunk of SCVs dying there.
Okay, Benbot's trying to expand to his own pocket base. And that's not going to turn out well. All the Marauders, what are you doing?
I'm saying no, I don't care about Iron Armor unit. Ouch. Well,
yay.
But he has done it. It's on the other side of the map. And he's also killing that STV from the...
Yeah, the bunker run by was definitely odd, but it's working out okay. He killed a bunch of Marines, preventing that pocket base from being taken, so Benbot's still in one base himself.
Yeah, the bunker spin is still being a little scary for Micro Machine.
Micro Machine can clearly expand because he's not afraid of the bunker as he's going to the pocket base. So this pocket base failure by Micro Machine is actually turning into like a bonus for him. He doesn't understand that it's not his natural base, so that means he can expand to take it early this time.
Yeah. Oh, those Marauders that got into the other side, it's about to die. But they have done a very good chunk of damage. So, yeah. Well,
nice little focus fire on the weak Marine there.
I thought it was GG when they tried to suicide with the bunker, so...
Yeah. I mean, a bunker doesn't do too much damage. There's just 4 Marines there, right? So split up over 8 Marauders, that means the damage got spread around. Benbot probably could use some focus fire micro in his butt when it comes to his bunkers as well. People forget that bunkers can actually target. Bunkers can even stim. It has that action available.
You can stim in the bunker.
Yep. As long as there's something stimmable in the bunker, stim will be an option on the bunker itself.
Oh, nice to know. Oh, nice. Okay, well.
There was a time where you could put any biological unit in a bunker, which meant Blizzard didn't intend this, but you could actually put Hellbats in your bunker. Which I don't know why they didn't keep that. It was pretty awesome to see. Like, it was like a Firebat bunker from from Brood War.
Okay,
Okay,
we
now
have
it's already getting sieged here.
there.
Still a lot of Marauders alive. Although their stim is completed, so that means these Marauders will not be alive for long, as they probably end up stimming themselves to death once again. But yeah, one bunker down.
Just one to go. So. Oh my god, I mean, are we going to be able to see it? This is looking very good for Micro Machine at the moment. If I have to put my money, it will be on him.
Yeah. And I suspect we'll see Benbot bleeding a lot of Marines like he did in the previous game, so the fact that his expansion's so much later and his tech is so much later and these bunkers are actually falling, like he's at the threat of actually being broken here.
The weird thing is that he has 16 SCVs near the bunker and they weren't repairing any of them.
Even before this base finished in the bottom, when they were available for repair, they weren't using it. Yeah. And now we got full 3-base economy out of Micro Machine. I don't see a way back into this for Benbot. Especially with this front line about to be broken.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the bunker out of the equation. Yeah.
Whenever I saw those SCVs at the front for Benbot, I always assumed they would repair. Like basically, when he's fully saturated on all of his bases, the extra ones go there. But I guess they're just kind of idle.
Well, we have a nice match in our hands.
We do. I'm going to go ahead and speed this one up, as I don't see any way to come back, especially after that SCV pull. The desperation SCV pull.
Oh, I mean, you don't... Well, of course, you realize as a bot author how hard can it be to basically get the right expansion at the right time, but not having it can be.
Since it says all this micro and you can just A move. That's true. Sometimes A move is actually superior to what our bots do. They do micro that's actually negative to their own.
Yeah,
their own
totally
situation.
agree on that. I try to stop trying to go to a specific unit, and also you get so many errors like because of the little delay on the observation. So you have like a couple of frames of delay. Sometimes you were trying to focus on one unit, and that unit has already died. So you stay for a couple of frames. The unit say like, okay, I don't have anything else to shoot.
Yeah.
Anyway, but okay, what are you? Who are you betting on with? Who are you betting? You betting on Micro Machine or Benbot?
I mean, you probably gotta go Micro Machine at this point. I don't imagine either bot are going to switch up what they're doing. Proxy Marauders working for Micro Machine. Benbot kind of has this one build for this series. So it was looking so good for Benbot to start, but now it's ace match. You know, both of them are on the verge of getting knocked out here.
Well, whoever wins will be the other semifinalist out of tonight.
Let me change the scene now before I forget. Are you all set to go?
Good idea.
Okay, let's do it. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh no, what did I do? Okay, I almost stopped the stream. Luckily, that's only the stop recording button, not the stop stream button. Okay. All right, let's try this one more time. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's...
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
I was already playing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. Ready.
Third time's a charm. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, we are here on Berlingrad and spawning in the bottom right. We have the red Terran Benbot BC.
And in the top left, we'll be able to come back out of the 0-2. It's Micro Machine.
Okay, so already seeing that SCB moving out for Benbot BC and Proxy Marauder chosen out of Micro Machine. So I think we're going to see once again a repeat of games 3 and 4. Advantage Micro Machine.
Well, I was not expecting anything else from Benbot. I mean, if we have a Benbot, you will have a bunker. That's for sure. The question is where. And yeah, in this case, it's going to be in the natural. This actual natural for Micro Machine.
Yeah, he's always loved the bunker contains and then the bunkers as natural. It's like you can, if you see that, you know you're watching Benbot BC. Either one of those.
Totally. So
Yeah, once again, free racks out of Benbot BC, so nothing changing, and we'll see how much damage this first Marine can get done. Tech Lab on the way for Micro Machine, while his second Rax that's being proxied is halfway done.
Also, we have oh my god, the orbital command about well, almost done for Micro Machine. Well, in the meanwhile, Benbot is staying on the vanillas, you see? I don't know honestly how to say it.
Yeah. But it's a good build. I mean, he's not taking gas, so he's not really delaying his orbital. He just prioritized getting the 3 racks as soon as possible. Even the first racks, I think he cuts workers for to get it as quickly as possible as well. So. But yeah, first 2 SC Marines to go down, and they did a lot more damage to the Marauder than the first time, as Marauder wasn't hanging out on the high ground like it did in the previous game.
Something that really shocks me from the Benbot that I have never seen before is that usually when you have a Marine that it's contested with any other army unit, goes straight to the bunker, but not the case. I mean, if you see, he's not even trying to go back. He's only going for the Marauders.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his decision making is. The bunker's probably to deny the expansion, and once the expansion's denied, he just kind of goes into the main. I'm guessing that's how this build works. But yeah, when you're facing a one-basing Terran, though, there is no expansion to deny, so the bunker's almost not needed. One Marauder will go down the other side of the map as Benbot is trying to contain the proxy Marauder build over there.
Yeah, that STV that make it.
This is a lot of Marauders showing up. 1 more just completed, 3 coming from the main base. So there's going to be 5 Marauders pretty soon, and they are
with move command. Yeah. Yes.
There's the move command again. Not sure what that's about. Sometimes they just want to get on that expansion position. I don't know why. There must
this
be some
has gone much better.
Well, yeah.
That's gone much better for Benbot, so we have a game here, I believe.
Okay, it looks like the Marauders are fixed. They no longer are just move commanding on top of that. Nope, I take it back.
Oh, that's... that Marauder seems like if it's running out of a lot of fine girls. Oh my god, yep, that it's this is going much better for Benbot than before, and seems that the Micro Machine is trying to expand and basically go to the next step on the build, but we have only one Marauder on the field, and that might not be enough if Benbot decides to go to the other side of the map.
Yeah, it's been pretty even. Like the units lost tab, we're seeing 21 Marines dead and 11 Marauders. I guess that favors Benbot slightly, but it's close enough that that vision blocker really helped hurt the Marauder there.
Yeah.
But it's close enough that I could see this going either way. Now the major advantage is that his natural expansion is already complete. And there's still a bunker at Micro Machine's natural. I wonder if that is going to mess up his ability to expand. It looks like it has.
Yeah, the moment it's not trying to expand there.
Out. Yeah. It's scared of the empty bunker.
And the SCVs are scared as well. So don't think that CC is going to fly to the destination anytime soon. And tons of minerals out of Micro Machine. Well, tons. Has seen more in my bot, okay, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, even the Marauder across the map is afraid to pass by the bunker, deciding instead to run into his like third base.
That's a clever marauder. Oh. Okay, the tank is out. That bunker is going to be down as well.
Yeah.
And those marines are dead meat.
This is good for Micro Machines. Things are not looking good for Micro Machines, so the fact that and now he's able to expand. So very late on his natural, but at least he took a good fight.
Oof,
Meanwhile, we have a third base on the way for BenBot BC.
This is turned into a very even match. I mean, yeah, it was very good for BenBot at the beginning, but yeah, now all those dead marines that contain have been finished. Anything can happen now.
Nice little mind dodge by BenBot's marines there. I guess you don't
those vision blocks.
Grenade dodge. Reaper checking for proxy bases.
Oh no, that tank doesn't want to switch up there.
Yeah, okay, it's found the pathing.
Oof.
Okay, so much bigger economy for BenBot, but this is a threatening push. That's a siege tank against bunkers, which is not good for siege tanks. Reaper even found his way in through probably this little back entrance that's unique to this map. What does BenBot have? He has a siege tank? No, just a Reaper of his own on the way. No siege tanks on the way yet.
That's a lot of tons of marines, but they are in the back of the base. Like if they were hiding from the vision, that tank is going to take care of most of them.
Yeah. Yeah, those marines just get slaughtered. Still a bunker up here, but Micro Machine has taken his third. And BenBot's going to have a lot more trouble saturating his third with this push right in the front door.
When you start seeing all these tags that we use in order to see how our ladder games goes from BenBot, it's because it's not looking very good for him. So,
okay, siege tank of his own is up for BenBot, and it's almost repaired through all that Marauder fire. Yeah, tanks repair much slower than structures do, so even with 4 or 5 SCVs, Marauder's able to get through it. Now 2 tanks are into this bunker, and I think this is probably the beginning of the end. Third base is up, we got some mules there, and tanks. Anything on the production tab? Another siege tank is on the way, a Raven. These are things that could possibly keep BenBot alive, but he's trying to transfer workers. Okay, so Micro Machine's seen the third base now. That could be a good distraction to keep BenBot in this.
Especially with the planetarium there, instead of an orbital command.
Oh, the siege tank's not shooting back at the other siege tank.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we'll play this one out because it's going to be the last game of this series, but I think we may know what our round of 4 matchup's going to be.
Well, the turret, it wasn't so close to the tank, so they can kill the turret. Hey, units are not ready. Yes, you are. Don't lie.
There are some bots that understand the dead zone of siege tanks. You know, like run their units right on top of the siege tank. Of course, that may not be good if there's support units nearby, but it's just a tank on its own. It's kind of cool to see that being used.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been great to have the tank on the high ground, just near to the ramp, because they have a very good way to basically kill everything that is in that pass between the 3rd and the 4th. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't ready for this map, that one. I have seen the BenBot make use out of that position in other maps. So, but yeah, we have a little push, little by little on those tanks, and yeah, congratulations to Micro Machine, I will say. He's still able to get a lot of battles.
Yeah, it was a
more
close
than
one though.
1 year.
Benbot, like he had that build that worked really well versus the against Micro Machine's best builds. But when they went proxy versus proxy, it was crazy enough for Micro Machine to take over.
Yeah, especially with in this last game, it has been so close. For half of the game, it was from my point of view, it was Benbot's game to lose, and yeah, basically, Micro Machine has been able to turn the tables. Congratulations! I mean, excellent bot. I mean, I'm not going to say anything else because everything has been said about this bot. I mean, it's amazing that all this time, after the last line change code, still able to beat other excellent bots like we have BetBot. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think for years to come, even if Micro Machine doesn't get any more updates, it'll still be like one of the most deadly bots out there. And there we have it. Micro Machine with the victory, and that will be a 3-2 victory over Benbot PC, which means we're saying goodbye to Benbot. And we are down to our final 6 bots.
So the last Java bot standing will be yours. You have to do it for the language.
Yeah. I looked like Benbot was going to be another one, but yeah, with both DominionDog and Benbot going down, that's going to be the end of that. So let's go take a look at our bracket here.
Yep, please.
Look at that, I even shoved their names in there. Close enough. This is why I do in the final moments. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. Looks like it was meant to be there.
Oh my god, you're editing and while we're streaming. Yeah.
So we got the bigger name versus the longer name. Yeah, so this is gonna be a rematch of what they face each other in the group stage, the number 1 and number 2 bots, and that actually went to the ace match in the group stage. So expecting some more tight battles there. But next week it will be Ketrock, my own bot, versus Tier, as well as Sharkbot versus Kaninana, which will round out the final 4. Kaninana has been the bot I've been most impressed with this tournament. He's done some really cool things, and his ability to choose when to engage and his way he just manhandled battle cruisers with his Zerg was super impressive.
Yeah, that is for forest, so they can jump in there. It's amazing.
Yeah, Tier is always a wild card. I think Tier always beats me. He always comes up with something that beats me, but he only implements it like 80% effectively, and then it screws up somehow, and I end up coming back. But the thoughts he always has is always an effective build.
Well, it's like second year with Terran bot, so yeah, it's going to be difficult for you. I mean, it's getting better every day. I can tell you.
And then I think after Eris and Micro Machine, Sharkbot's probably the clear number 3 in this tournament. Because since Zoe's not in this tournament, I think Sharkbot's he's kind of solidified that number 3 spot. So yeah, anything can happen in this lower bracket.
I think it was there's some kind of updates in there for Sharkbot, and yeah, the Tier and Sharkbot loves to have special surprises for the opponent. So yeah, you will, if you see a gift box on your door, don't open it. It will be Tier, most likely.
Yeah. And even the finals is like it's anyone's match, because like Micro Machine hasn't been updated for a long time, so a lot of people have figured out something that kind of works versus him at least. And then Eris is like the one with like the target on his back, you know, the unbeatable number 1 bot. So if you're coming in this tournament with the thoughts of winning, every bot is coming with a build to try to beat Eris with. So yeah, it'll be interesting when we get to the finals there. But yeah, I think that's it for the stream though, boys. We'll be back next week with Crip at the regular time. And,
if he's able to leave France, I don't know how flights are going there.
Oh, is it all messed up there right now?
Yeah, I think he was taking a flight, and yeah, if you know, if you're in Europe, you know how air controllers in France like to basically mess up with everybody's holidays on July.
But They're both not happy with the EU right now, both Britain and EU, so or both Britain and France. So maybe that'll help a little bit. Anyways,
Well,
yeah. So I think with that, we'll call it the end of the stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you next week at the same time
take
with
care.
the second half. Yeah. See you everyone.